What up, peeps? It's your girl, Dash. Come back to Frontal Takes. Well, it's that time, and guys. It's a movie review time, and this is for the movie titled Good Luck to You, Leo Grande. This is directed by Sophie Hyde. Really enjoyed this film. The two main characters, I want to say Emma Thompson playing Nancy and Daryl McCormick playing Leo Grande. This was really a good film. I saw the trailer in passing. I didn't do a reaction to it at the time. And I already knew that I was going to watch it. I'm a fan truly of Thompson's work, her body of work. So I could already see from what I saw in the trailer with the interaction between her and McCormick and just, definitely just a little bit of drama, a little bit of comedic, timing. It would be something really fun. And it's dealing with a subject matter that's not all to discuss or kind of look down on at times, in regards to or real life and just in general with the film industry as a whole. So with that said, before I get into it, I'm just going to spoil this. I'm just going to talk about it. So let's just go ahead and jump in. With that said, I like what Emma Thompson's character who plays Nancy. This whole centers around 90% of the movie in a hotel. I think it's called the Duffield Hotel, if I'm not mistaken, and she meets Leo Grande, played by McCormick. And of course, initial meeting comes in, kiss on the cheek, comes in. You can tell he's trying to, of course, per ease. She's not sure how she's feeling about this whole situation, her doing because she's coming from a place of she's a retired teacher and she's now a widower. Her husband's gone. The only person she's ever probably physically been with, sexually with is her husband. She's not experienced a lot of things when she was with her husband. So pretty much him being, a sex worker and definitely takes pride in his, service is there to find a way to, kind of, engage her, empower her, and make her feel very, wanted, needed, sexually, intimacy and just put her at ease. Now, at first she kind of, they kind of dance around it. They don't really do nothing with initially first, meeting. She's kind of feeling a certain way, they're constantly looking down, talking down a little bit of herself and him trying to make her feel a certain way so she can open up a little bit. By the second meeting, she has made a checklist of the different types of things she wants to experience while they are going to be together. And it was very, and I actually was like, hey, you let them know what you want. Just get right to it. There's no need to, hide around that. And I actually like that. Now, when I say how this is an area that's not truly embraced or discussed, being that she, I want to say, I'm trying to think she's no, definitely if it's a probably 60, over 60, being, probably not is adventurous, not sexual, feeling a certain way about your body. I can definitely heed to that, being, almost, a couple of years I'll be in my 50s and you feel a certain way about your body with somebody and all that. And then being that you probably haven't experienced certain things with, with a gentleman from your past or in previous relationships and all that, it can make it feel awkward and you're trying to open up and feel comfortable. I do like that most of it was definitely some conversation and probably that's to loosen her up. And I like that. You see parts where they do him try to take her shirt off and make her blouse and make her feel comfortable. And as time goes on, you can see that. Now, we'll say this, it starts to take a little shift when Nancy decides that she wants to kind of pierce at the boundaries when she's wanting to know his real name. And he's just like, okay, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can do this anymore. I'm going to leave, whatever. And then making little situations is why you are in the situation you're in. What led you here, and this and all that. And her wanting to, in some ways, dissect, that. And it was just like he was like, okay, you're overstepping. This will be the last time I see you. Don't, request my services. And you could see it became very intense. She felt really bad about that. He eventually leaves but comes back because he left his phone or whatever. And he eventually speaks on, certain things that happened that culminated with probably one of the decisions why he chose to go in this line. He's definitely probably dealing with stuff. I remember him stating, definitely about, this helping towards education, but also how he was treated by his own mother. And that was like a little piercing, him opening up, because at first I thought he was just going to take one and leave, but I like that he less engaged her and told her that, but he wanted that to be the last time they meet, whatever, so he didn't have to really harbor on that. And she made a comment about, well, I can talk to your mother. And I'm just like, no, that's definitely overstepping. You're already wanting to know his real name. I'll tell you mine. And now you're talking about, I'll go talk to your mother and make her like, no, she wanted nothing to do with me. She wanted to act like I didn't, I was not here. I did not exist. I'm going to leave it like that. But definitely getting a little bit of layer on that. So what you nearly see towards the end is where she is down in looks like be the restaurant area, and she comes across one of her old students. Her name, I want to say, what was it, Becky, played by Isabel Laughlin. I hope I'm saying her name correctly. And I like their little interaction because she kind of lets it be known to her. She's of course there to meet somebody. To, when Leo shows up, that to sell a car to her or whatever. Just a whole bunch of nonsense. But she tells her while he's there how she treated her and some girls because of the way they're dressing. Oh, you don't want to look like this. You might look like a slut. You don't want to give the wrong impression. If you look like this, they'll think this and they'll try to take advantage of you. But then it brings her back to a point where she realizes that she is not in a position to pass judgment. Here you are at this hotel, you're meeting this guy. First of all, you lied to her, and then you're meeting him. And she eventually ends up apologizing and saying, I had no right to do that. And she presents Leo like, oh, he's a sex worker. And matter of fact, pay my bill. I got a couple hours and we're going to leave. And, she's just taking this all in bed. It's just like, oh, okay. But it needed to be said. I feel with her that she being a certain way and kind of closed off, about a certain way of her of living her life, of course, as a teacher, as a husband, all that, not really being out there and exploring and being more, open in a lot of areas of her life, whatever. She definitely was closed off. He's kind of opened her up a little bit, in their interactions over the last couple of days or a couple of weeks. They've been meeting, so she can, get to know herself, definitely know each other a little bit while they're together with the, intimacy of sorts, conversation and everything with that. And it was really nice. Of course, they end up going back to the room and they have, a great time together. And I like how at the end she's like, you know what, Leah, I want this to be the last time, we meet. And she's just like, good luck to you. And she reiterated again, good luck to you. And he's like, you take care, Nancy. And he walks out, and you see him kind of walking down the street, kind of just like taking in all insights, whatever, just kind of probably really processing, you know, the time he's had with Nancy. And I will tell you this, that scene at the end with Emma Thompson, I really enjoyed that scene where she pretty much is in her robe and then she just takes off her robe and she's just bare, nothing on. And it was really a beautiful scene where she's embracing her body. I like how she's looking at herself, looking at her stomach, and then kind of just looking down, and then all of a sudden you see like this beautiful, smile, this grin, and it was just so perfectly done the way it ends. I'm kind of like how she feels in instance about, when you first meet the guy and then you're trying to, the awkwardness and discussions, because, who wants to really discuss, sexual stuff of that nature, and then trying to open up somebody, you don't know this person, this is a person's a stranger and vice versa. And then trying to build a conversation so you can feel comfortable with this person and you're going to be intimate with them. So I liked how those scenes happen. And there's a lot, especially with her feeling, about the way they have women who are older feeling a certain way about their bodies. They never want to showcase that in movies. I have no problem watching any movies, a woman of a particular age, 20, 30, 50, oh, we're just 16, 17, and I like that. There was a scene in the trailer where she asked, who's the oldest person you've been with? He said 82. And she was like, oh, 82, 82. And she's like, okay, now I don't feel so bad, which I thought was cute. But I really did truly enjoy her coming to this realization at the end of the film, and just really embracing herself and liking what she's seeing in the mirror. I became very emotional at the end watching that. I ended up watching the last 30 minutes again after I'd already initially watched the film because it really hit home. It's like you get to that point with your body, and that could be a man or woman, but yes, when you get to a particular age and all that, you look at yourself and you want to really love yourself, all of it, stretch marks, stomach, whatever, and all that, and just look past that. There's nothing wrong with you. You are beautiful. And I like that's what she took from that after her time with Leo Grande. So yes, this was a beautiful, beautiful movie to me. I truly enjoyed it. And I hope that as time goes on, a lot of people do embrace it and watch this film because it's not truly about all say about the sexualness about it and then showing the nudity or whatever it is, because a bigger understanding of what's really going on and what this picture is trying to, or the script and what they're trying to say within the film. And I got it fully as somebody who's in their late 40s seeing this, because even though I'm not her age and all that, and I'm, getting there slowly, but just seeing what was being told, what we were seeing, and what I conveyed from this actual film, I took away. And kudos to Emma Thompson bearing it all again. I love me some her. She is awesome, and she did an amazing job. Her and Daryl McCormick did an amazing job in this film. So with that said, comment below, guys. Let me know what you think. And with that said, I'll see you guys in the next movie review. You guys take care.